Permiso. Saludos. Desde las montañas de montaña, mis amigos chilenos. Gracias por la oportunidad de visitar sus hermanos, país de nuevo, y comentar algunas de mis experiencias en la comercial, la tecnología, en los estilos sonoros y el mundo con usted. Me gusta dar las gracias en especial al profesor Patricio Yunda, PhD en bioquímica, el señor Enrique Gallos, y el señor Sebastián Cura por Resumen en esta a su maravilloso ciudad. What are you passionate about? I think you hear that a lot, especially with people that are developing in their careers. And for instance, I'm very passionate about football in America, American football. It is an opportunity I had to play when I was in college many years ago. And I actually still have connections with the team. I actually do their chapel. I prepare them. They call me the swearing priest. ¿Cómo se dice en español? Okay, all right. But I loved playing the game because you don't want to be the matador. It says in the good book, better to give than receive. Right there. What I'd like to do is just give you a couple of ideas of how I've been able to translate my passion in biotechnology into some companies that some have succeeded, thank God. Some have not. But it's been a very fruitful and interesting and rewarding career. Very rewarding. My first trip to Chile was in 2006, and I was searching for a feedstock for biofuel. The company up here, Nova Biosource Fuel, was a company that I founded. I bought the technology, and we actually ended up taking it public. It did very well for a season. Transcendent power, as it can be translated as it is to me, but please allow me to read this. It is not the critic who counts, not the man who points out how the strong man stumbles, or where the doer of deeds could have done them better. The credit belongs to the man or woman in the arena whose face is marred by dust and sweat and blood, who strives valiantly, who knows the great enthusiasm, the great devotion, who spends himself in a worthy cause. Our underground infrastructure is beginning to get 50 to 60 to 70 years old. And so that failing infrastructure is requiring a much more capital demand. Like you, we have a restricted regulatory environment. These are very low limits, and I will show you a plant that we are operating at that we have to hit these. You can see right here, that is eutrophication, where you have the algae that has basically consumed all of the oxygen out of the water. And there's no more dissolved oxygen for the fish to breathe. I like this, Benjamin Franklin. When the well is dry, we learn the worth of water. I don't care if you speak English or I speak Spanish. That's just a fact we all have to rationalize. And this is where the algae and the water meet and are together. And this is where, honestly, the majority of the nutrient uptake happens. And a very critical difference between algae and bacteria is algae actually consumes the nutrients and then duplicates through the form. In this case, we have mitosis, which is a 5-cycle process. There are other algae that is meiosis, but this particular algae that we're most familiar with is mitosis with a 5-cycle. And we try to keep that algae in the exponential growth cycle between 2 and 3, and keep it right there because we want to maximize its density. Because in essence, that's our chemical. It's a very bad word, but that's what we're utilizing to remove the nutrients out of the wastewater. To go in very quickly regarding our installations. Right here is one installation where we have a wastewater treatment application. We do that at both municipals as well as industrial sites, pulp and paper plants, oil and gas production, a lot of breweries and distilleries, animal processing facilities, industrial service companies, and diversified agriculture. Here's a better view of the photobioreactors, both in the day and the night. These are specifically designed for our purpose, to keep a certain flow as well as a certain amount of velocity, as well as an environment that makes that algae maintain itself in the exponential growth phase, or that 5 phase. We do supplement the algae with LED lights, approximately about 660 nanometers. So very, very clear. This is a plant that Patricio and Sebastian also visited. This is a pulp and paper facility, and this is a full scale. This treats about 40,000 gallons, 100,000 liters per day in this small footprint. And the reason why we did that is we want to go vertical because it saves space, because many of these wastewater facilities now are in urban populations. And so space is a very, very high commodity and very important.
Water is humanity's most vital natural resource. It fuels economies, societies, and life itself.
This is the river we're on with the paper
Continued
mill.
population growth and rapid industrialization threaten water supply. Today, there is not enough clean, usable water to satisfy demand. Contamination caused by excess nutrients like nitrogen and phosphorus saturate our waterways and further decrease fresh water supply. As a biological water treatment platform, the Clear's technology is highly modular and stable, providing a sustainable approach to clean water. It is a bolt-on system that can attach to existing water treatment infrastructure. The patented Clear system applies traditional biological wastewater treatment principles. The result of the process is clean, recovered water. The Clear system contains 3 core phases: the blend phase, the nutrient recovery phase, and the separation phase. In the blend phase, contaminated wastewater and CO2 are mixed with a proprietary blend of algae and other biological organisms to create a biodiverse mixture flow. In the nutrient recovery phase, the mixture flow leaves the blend tank and enters our vertical pond system. The greenhouse structure and light source provide light for year-round, 24/7 nutrient recovery. The vertical pond system optimizes biological activity and photosynthesis. Inside, the algae metabolize nitrogen, phosphorus, CO2, and other unwanted contaminants and rapidly divide. The dense algae culture takes over and biologically cleans the water, releasing oxygen. The vertical pond system will self-clean and runs continuously at zero waste.
Chanchito. So you can clearaswater.com. Clearaswater.com. So.
¿Alguna otra pregunta?
Sí.
¿Y con la biomasa qué están haciendo con la biomasa obtenida?
What are you doing with the biomass? With the algae?
It has quite a lot of uses. As you saw by the analytical composition, it has high protein. So we have tested it with animal feed, for animal feed, fish, predominantly fish. Very ingestible with 28% carbohydrates. Right now, a lot of industries are utilizing it for plastic because of the high protein value. They're able to actually use a polymer and bind that together. And so they're using it for like like glasses and many ladies want to, their hair, they don't want to use petroleum products, so they use algae. Another thing that the algae does a very good job at is, believe it or not, is diapers. Because if you think about, a bambino, they obviously use a diaper, and so it's high acidic. And when you have diaper rash, brother, the algae actually will try to absorb that. The nutrients. And so Kimberly Clark and a lot of people are experimenting with that. But the biggest issue here is a lot of people say they can grow algae, but we just don't see a lot of algae being grown. And our focus is on cleaning water. It's not on producing biomass. So we look at algae differently. I haven't found, maybe have you guys ever found anybody? I want to ask you a question, if you can help me. Do you know anyone that utilizes or sees algae as a process to treat water? Have you ever come across that? No? Bien. Muy bien. Está bien. Está buenas. But because we focus on treating water, we don't pay a lot of attention to the algae biomass. I don't know how to say it in English.
But you throw to the garbage or you do something?
No, garbage. You can put it in fertilizer
Yes.
or mix it with the waste.
I've done that. We put it in a restaurant and put it as organic fertilizer in only tomato.
And what was the results?
The Ceneresmus won and killed all the tomatoes because Ceneresmus took the nutrients at a very fast rate. But at first, the tomato with the Ceneresmus treatment grew better than the control one.
Okay. But was it? Can I ask you a question? Was the algae live?
Yeah. Hydroponic, live.
Yeah. See,
But Ceneresmus is the winner.
it's the winner, and it's there for a reason. But yeah. But what's interesting is if you lyse the cells, okay, so you harvest them, you let it dry out, and then you lyse them. In other words, you destruct them. It does two things. One, it releases polysaccharides, which is easily converted into glucose and then into ATP, so that the plant can have its vital source. And
We were looking for growth hormones.
okay, well, I can't help you there. I can't.
I don't know.
I have teenagers. I have enough hormones in the house, so
But the first week it was effective.
yeah.
But I think the Ceneresmus population grew.
Yeah, and hydroponic, I'm sure would, but I think you would have different results. And actually, I'll give you a card if you have research. I would love if you share it with me, because I think if you use lice Yeah, if you lyse the algae and utilize that as a form of fertilizer, I think your results will be very good. Because, again, it has to go through full nitrification. It has to decay, so it has to go through full nitrification, so it releases the nutrients very gradually.
The root of the plant cannot take the decay, the break from the life cell.
No, no, it has to. Yeah, it actually has to go to nitrate, or nitrate, or nitrite. I mean, if it has
Ammonia only that.
what's that?
Ammonia.
Yeah, NH3. I'm sorry.
See?
Sorry, not NO2, not NO3 or NO2, but NH3 or NH4.
That's the best way to.
See? Okay, muchas gracias.